Hey, awesomes. How's it going? All right, so here's our second video this week. I want to dive a little deeper. Um, so we've talking about Project One, and right now we're not going into the details necessarily yet of Project One, but we are kind of talking about the topic, right? So we talked a little bit about Project One, and I said in the last video we want to make sure that the topic that we select is sustainable for us, not only holding our own interest, but then we kind of had this other thing we mentioned, or I mentioned briefly, where we need to think about this topic also has to have research on it. There needs to be some studies done on it, et cetera, right? So maybe perhaps you've been through this process already. If you can, if you have, just bear with me. But do go through the process again to kind of tweak your topic now rather than later, right? So this is why we're kind of taking the time this week. It's researching the topics, not just picking a topic and then going and finding it as these two videos right here demonstrate. So we've got choosing a good research topic. So when you watch this one, pay real close attention to kind of how you take. So you take that first thing that you're interested in, something that you want to know more about. So you've got the broad topic, and then you ask yourself, okay, what do I want to know? What do I already know? Well, who is my audience and what does my audience need to know? And then you do a basic search to make sure that we're narrowing down that topic, not too narrow and not too broad, as this video will show you, right? So we've got this circle here is what they are saying, and it's very true, is that picking your topic is research, right? So you pick a topic, then you test it, right? And in the other video here, choosing a good research topic, talked about testing it, remember? So when you get your broad topic, then you start to kind of tweak out and find out and try to dig deep into that topic and find that one thing that's not too narrow, but not too broad, that you can then get to the point where you can start to find and read resources. This is about topic selection. You start with the topic that you're interested in. You start to test it a little bit by doing some internet research. Then we'll need to go to the Oakland database, which we'll talk about that. If you haven't been to the Oakland database yet, we'll throw that out there at you too. But we got to have scholarly research as well as have had some research done on it, perhaps in the popular media, and that's a good start. But then we need to find and read some resources on Oakland's database through the library. So recall that you can go to the library through the OU page and just start typing in just like you would on Google. So do the same kind of search there as you would here, so that you can narrow down as you're brainstorming and topic selection, and you're testing it. You're doing some research out there to kind of narrow down your topic. And that's kind of our goal. You don't have to have it necessarily set in stone by this end of this week, but I'd like us to make some progress on having that ready this week. We'll start talking about other research methods, other ways to kind of research our topic. If we can kind of hone in on at least something that we want to do, and then do some preliminary research, right? Do a basic Google search, and then go to the Oakland Library database and start doing some basic research there. Type in search terms, type in questions, type in all the things that you're interested in, and work towards narrowing that down where it's not overly narrow, where there's no research on it, but not so broad where you'd be overwhelmed by so many sources. All right, we want it to be manageable, like the choosing a good research topic video talked about, right? We want the just enough sources where it's manageable, and that we've got some scholarly sources. We've got those sources that are showing up in the Oakland Library database. It could be a book, it could be a journal article, and we'll talk more specifically about what some of those look like. But just kind of start there, starting to tease out and play with some ideas this week. So give a start there. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. Let me know. You can reach me email at coreyhamilton@oakland.edu. I'll be happy to get back with you, of course, right, and help you out with anything that you need. All right, guys, have a great week. We'll be talking soon. Stay safe and stay awesome. Bye now.